Good morning, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Angelina Endanoviana from SMAN1 Banjar. Today, I proudly stand on the opposition side to strongly reject the motion. This House would give social service and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment. Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, let us clarify the issue. The proposition wants to replace imprisonment with social service and skill training for gambling offenders. While this idea sounds human, it is also dangerous and unrealistic. Why? Because gambling is not a small mistake. It is an addictive behavior that destroys individuals, families, and even society. Therefore, imprisonment must remain as a strong deterrent, while rehabilitation can only be complementary, not a replacement. To begin with, imprisonment provides deterrence and public protection. The main purpose of criminal law is not only to punish but also prevent. Gambling is not just a personal habit, it often connects to organized crime, illegal money circulation, and financial exploitation. If we only give social service and training, offenders may not take the law seriously. Without imprisonment, what will stop them from returning to gambling the next day? Prison creates a strong signal. Gambling is a serious crime, not something to be treated lightly. In addition, gambling is addictive and requires strict control. Many gamblers cannot stop just because they are told to. Like drugs, gambling addiction changes behavior and brain chemistry. If they are not only given skill training without strict punishment, there is no guarantee they will change. In fact, many addicts need strong restriction, such as imprisonment, to break the cycle. Social service might give skill, but without the discipline of the law, relapse is very likely. Moreover, we must consider fairness and justice for victims. We must not forget that gambling does not only harm the offender, it destroys families, take away household income, and sometimes drive people into debt and crime. Imagine a father who gamble away his child education money. Is it fair for him to only do social service in the part while his family suffer? Justice requires accountability, and imprisonment provides the accountability. Without it, the justice system looks weak and unfair to the victims. Another reason is practically an implementation. The idea of replacing prison with social service sounds attractive, but who will monitor it? Do we have enough resources to supervise thousands of gambling offenders doing social service? What if they simply disappear? Unlike prison, social service programs are vulnerable to corruption, bribery, and lack of enforcement in a country where law enforcement is already struggling. Relying only on social service and training is not realistic. Finally, we must remember the importance of a balanced approach. The opposition is not against rehabilitation. We believe skills training and social service can be useful, but they should complement, not replace imprisonment. Offenders can still receive counseling, rehabilitation, and skill program inside prison. That way, they get both the discipline of the law and the chance for recovery. This balance is far more effective than removing imprisonment altogether. Now, let me anticipate the proposition. They may argue that imprisonment is too harsh, overcrowded prison, and does not solve the root problem. But I want to remind everyone the solution is not to abolish imprisonment, but to improve it. Overcrowding can be managed by better prison system, and rehabilitation can be integrated inside. Completely eliminating imprisonment removes the deterrent effect and risks normalizing gambling as a small mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude. Gambling is not a victimless crime. It destroys life, feeds addiction, and damages society. Social service and skill training alone are not enough to stop it. Imprisonment is necessary to ensure deterrence, justice, and public protection. Rehabilitation should exist, but only as a complement inside the prison system, not as a replacement. Therefore, I, on the opposition side, firmly reject this motion. Thank you.